biblical headship. Gentlemen, we want our wives to follow us, and yet far too often we fail to lead them as we ought to. Just face it. Let's just be honest. And there's a vacuum of leadership in so many marriages, right? And that's going to be filled oftentimes by the wife or something else, the kids. I don't know. Something's going to fill that leadership vacuum when we left. We can't lord this over our wives, the position we have. We got like 5 minutes. We should be done right before noon. We can't lord it over our wives. We can't demand that they submit to us. We can't pull rank on them. I'm the husband. I'm your spouse. Listen to me. If you have to assert or keep reminding your wife that you're the head, it's over. You've lost already. It's done for you. You know that. I got news for you. It's already over. You have to. Occasionally, you need to be reminded who's in charge. We all do. But if it's a constant refrain, I'm the head of the household. I'm the leader. God gave me. It's over already. You're not. There's not the respect's not there. Something's missing. Okay. Do you know what it means? As I read the list about Christ loving His church and presenting her sanctified before, do you know what the implication is of for Scripture? Do you know what biblical headship calls for? Do you know what it requires? Buckle up. Here we go. To be a godly husband, it requires this, and there's no fudging on this. It requires great strength while at the same time deep humility. Right? You can have strength, but with that humility. Why? Because it's Jesus. It mirrors Jesus. Great strength with deep, profound humility. It requires a strong leader with a servant's heart. Because you can have a strong leader who just bullies and we're going to do it this way, but you need the servant's heart, and it's that servant's heart what makes a strong leader, like Jesus. It requires and demands fierce loyalty, even if your bride isn't perfect. Right? Christ is loyal to us. He's not going to leave or forsake us. We're not perfect in Him. Biblical headship requires fidelity and devotion that's demonstrated and unquestioned. Right? Just as we looked at fidelity, just the faithfulness. That person's faithful in every single way and devoted to me, devoted to my well-being, devoted to our family. And that needs to be demonstrated, not just say, hey, I'm a husband, I love my family. Okay, show me. And unquestioned, of course he is. Of course he does. It needs to be love. Biblical headship includes love in all aspects of love. The three big ones in Scripture, there's the passionate kind of love. Christ is passionate for His church. He pursues us. He loves us. Now, it translates a little bit different in our marriages, but there needs to be that passion, that pursuit, that love, that romance, right? There needs to be the philios, that friendship love, too, that kind of love where there's a deep friendship. It's not one or the other. You need all of these, where you're so close and you laugh together and you hang together and you like the same things and it's cool together, right? And it also requires the agape love, the unconditional love, that I love you no matter what. Right? No matter what. I'm yours. That's what that requires. Okay? To be a biblical head requires that you provide all that's needed in every sphere for your spouse and for your family. Spiritually, physically, emotionally, that you provide. Like Christ provides in every... See the impossibility of this, I think? I'm crushed right now, and I'm only halfway through. To protect. Biblical headship means protect your family in every way, in every sphere. Spiritually, physically, emotionally. You're the protector. You're the one who watches out for them. You're the one who makes sure that they're safe and taken care of, just like Christ does for us. Be patient. Yeah, right. How many of the dudes are patient with your wife? It's one of the things our wives, patient, understanding, and gracious. You kidding me? I'm ready to get... Now, let's do it. To be a biblical head in your family. See, this is what you need to be looking for, women. Not going to happen. To be sacrificial. To be sacrificial. Where your decisions benefit those around you more than they do yourself. To give yourself in that way. Would your decision benefit others, to benefit your spouse? Will you care not as much for yourself? Again, so many husbands, they just care about themselves and my way, and this is what we're going to do. No, it's sacrificial. Where you care not about yourself as much as you do for your spouse and for your family. And he does what he does. This is biblical headship. You do those things that you do without keeping a record, without complaining about it, without lording it over. It means forgiving. Forgiving quickly, comprehensively, that it's forgotten, that it's gone. It's okay. We're called to be husbands who inspire confidence, inspire loyalty, who foster security and comfort. We're called to be a man that you just love to love.